Hey everyone, this is Baylor from Scooby Dooby Doo on YouTube, and this is going to be like part 3 of PHP from scratch. So I guess I am going to go with this big thing of going part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever. In this video, I'm actually going to be covering if and else statements, okay? This is really, really important, and it's probably going to be very, very complicated. Ifs are like really easy, very simple, and are very complicated at the same time. So hopefully we don't make this too complicated, but I don't want it to be like pointless for you to watch the video at the same time. Okay, so let's get started with if and else statements. So what I'm going to do, excuse me, I think I'm catching a cold, making it very difficult for me to make these videos. Um, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable. Now, you're probably going to have to start getting really used to writing variables if you're not, but they're really not that hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a variable, and I'm going to name this my name. Okay, so you may have seen this in the first video, I think. I made 2 or 3 of the first videos. Okay, and I'm going to say this is equal to Baylor. What I'm going to do, though, is I know my name, okay? I know my name is equal to Baylor. Let's make it equal to Baylor like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say if. Okay, so this is this is the structure of an if. Okay, it's just if. You write a parenthesis, and you can just say like my name is equal to. Notice the 2 equal signs here. That's saying it is equal to, like specifically equal to Baylor. Okay, then you close that parenthesis. So everything that you're checking for in an if is wrapped in a parenthesis. I'm going to add a space. That's just my style. Some people add their things down here. I can't do that. I don't like it. I'm going to add my curly brackets. And I'm going to say echo welcome back, comma, and I'm going to just say Baylor. Okay, so I'm going to reload my page, and what do we see? This is from the last video, and we don't see anything. Let's just make this capital B. That's probably a problem. Okay, I'm going to reload, and you can see welcome back, Baylor. Okay, so you can see that I was able to check and see if my name was equal to Baylor. Now, something I do is I add spaces around here. Remember, like I said, most of the time spaces don't matter. I could leave out every single space that I added here and it wouldn't cause a problem. Okay, when I come back and reload, get the exact same thing. But spaces just make my code easier for me to read, so that's why I do them. I like spaces around my parentheses on like ifs, not. It's just different things, just kind of my little style. Okay, but you can do however you want to do it. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, because different fonts make it different. You know, so I'm not going to get on that. That's just like some really weird thing. Okay, so here we were actually able to say my name is equal to Baylor, and I'd say welcome back Baylor. What I want to do though is I want to see what if I'm not Baylor? Like what if I'm Jimmy from the last video? Well, I could add an else. Well, I can't could. Anyways, so I have an else, and I'm going to add more curly brackets. So what I'm just saying here is I'm saying if I'm equal to Baylor, then welcome back Baylor. If I say else, I'm going to say echo, you are not Baylor. You are not Baylor. Okay, and I'm going to change my name to Jimmy. And if I reload, you can see I have you're not Baylor. Okay, so here I can say Baylor, go back over here and reload. Welcome back Baylor, and Jimmy is not welcome. Okay? So that's an if or else. Now what you could also do is instead of saying equal, you could say not equal. Okay? Notice that I said print this I can't think about it. It's an exclamation point, okay? That says not equal to Baylor. Okay, so now if I said Jimmy and I reload, you can see it still says welcome back Baylor, even though I'm not Baylor right now. Now I am. Okay, so that's just the basics of ifs. But here's the thing that is actually really cool and makes shorthand like great. Shorthand is like awesome. There's a few shorthands up. Every time I make one of these videos, I think, hey, I could make a video on this. I think in the next video I might talk about a little bit of shorthand, but an if actually that won't be worth a video. It's like so little. But what we could do here is you notice I'm saying writing these big parentheses, and all I'm doing is I'm saying echo. Well, PHP doesn't require parentheses if you're doing one thing, okay? So with this, as you can see, if I remove these parentheses, or these curly brackets, all you can say, I'm just saying, if my name is equal to Baylor, let's change that back. If my name is equal to Baylor, then do this, else do this, okay? Echo this and echo that. Okay, and if I reload, I don't get an error. Okay, now I don't know, you need to check this on your server. But on all the servers I've ever worked with, this works fine and dandy, perfectly, no problems whatsoever. So when you're just doing one thing, you can say, you don't have to add the curly brackets. Now if I try to say echo, or echo, like big H2s, hi, and I reload, you're going to see I get this error. Actually, I didn't add my semicolon. But I come back over here and reload, you can see there's an error. It says, like, what are you doing? What's this else? So what I would have to do here is wrap this in curly brackets. Okay, now if I come back over here and reload, I get hi, welcome back Baylor. Okay, so that's just something you really need to remember. Okay, so that's a basic if. What I could also do, and now this is where it gets, ifs can be like really, really complicated. What I could do is let's create a variable, and we'll call this my name again. Okay, we'll say this is Baylor. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say my name is equal to. Okay, now this is where it gets really complicated. What I'm doing is I'm going to write an if. Okay, I'm writing parentheses. Okay, saying if it's equal to. Now this is where it's saying an if. So if I say my name is equal to Baylor, okay, then we're going to write a question mark. So it's saying if my name is equal to Baylor, then do this. Okay, so here we're just going to say my name is equal to Baylor. Okay, and I'm going to say John, so I can separate this. Else, that's where the colon, okay, I'm just going to make it equal to not Baylor. And then we'll come down here and we'll echo out my name. Okay, so when I come back over here and I reload, you guys see I get John. Okay, now this is where you really need to kind of pay attention. My name is equal to Baylor. Okay, then I say my name if my name is equal to Baylor, then make my name, where I'm doing this equal to John. Okay, it's just like writing this. Okay, my name equals John. Else, then it would be just like writing this, not Baylor. Okay, so it's just a shorthand. It's the same thing as writing this. If my name equals Baylor, then my name equals John. Else, my name equals not Baylor. Okay? But you can see this is like 4 lines approximately. Yeah, 4 lines. And I had to write my name, the variable my name, 3 times. I had to do it once when I was saying if it's equal to Baylor. I had to do it again when I said it's equal to John. And I had to do an else and say it's not. So that's just shorthand. And now you're really not going to need it like this very often. But whenever we get into functions, that'll probably be in the next video because functions are fun. Then we'll really start working with this because I have a little trick up my sleeve. It's not really a trick up my sleeve, but it's just a little thing that I thought, hey, this little, whatever, it just works really well with functions, this little shorthand, okay? You can also do ifs like this. We could say, let's say, we could do if my name is equal to Baylor, echo out, hey Baylor, else echo out, who are you? Okay, so now if I come back over here and reload, you can see, ooh, we got an error. Perhaps I need to add this little thing. Maybe, let's remove this little echo. Let's remove that echo, and we can just say echo, and I come back over here and reload, you can see I get hey Baylor. Okay, so you can see that we're able to write shorthand like that. So that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching it, and goodbye.